Mark Camoccio, Mart TV, and we've got here to show you one of the Reximex brand, which are, as I understand it, are new to the UK now, being brought in by Range Rights. And yeah, Reximex seems to be fast making a name for itself. They've got quite a range of guns. This one is the Reximex Myth. It's called the Tormentor apparently in Europe, but it's they've changed the name for the UK market, and it's the Myth. It comes in a hard case, quite robust, a little bit stiff catches, but it's a pretty good little hard case that, as I say, you'll get all part of the kit. And there it is. This is the Reximex Myth. I've been quite impressed with this. At the moment, these are this one's been loaned by Range Country in Sleaford. I think they're probably doing it for a bit cheaper, but the official retail is 650 quid, and I've been quite impressed on test. It's quite a stylish gun. I love the look of it, but it's got a lot of features as well. So basically, when you open the case, obviously this is my scope I've added on, but what you get in the box is you get a box of goodies, and you're getting two of their sort of, I will say Theoben style, but it's that sort of cassette style magazine. You get two of those. You get the probe filler, that style. You get there's Allen keys, a few seals, and also you get this Picatinny little accessory rail, and that is, if you want it as an option, that can bolt on underneath the forend. Obviously you might find that irritating when you're gripping the gun. That's why they do it as an option, but it's a really nice little feature. In addition to the two magazines, you get a single shot tray, so you've got that as well to play with. These all just slide into the action. So starting at the front, you've got a very neat little flute there. Like the barrel finisher rather, and or fluted barrel finisher, and you unscrew that, and then obviously you can see you've got a thread there which will take like 1/2 inch UNS style, take a silencer. I've had it for test because this is quite a loud rifle. You can see it's a relatively short barrel. It's a PCP, there's quite a crack to it, as you'll see in a moment. So silencer is recommended, but you don't have to, and it looks very stylish without. Going just under the cylinder there, you've got your valve there. So this is, you've got just a push fit valve cover. That's metal. Push that over. That's a nice fit there, and keeps all the rubbish out. And then you've got supported barrel. Key feature with this, obviously, I should state the obvious first, and that is it's got a big shot count because you've got a cylinder, but also you've got a buddy bottle at the back there, which creates the butt. And obviously the two combined are all in the same air system, so you've got a fair bit of air on board, so your shot count's good. Moving back, you can see there's a little red lever there, and that is actually a power adjuster, so you can move that through, and you can obviously, if you drop the power down, you're going to get an awful lot of shots. But yeah, put it up to it's really one end or the other. I've found there wasn't a great deal of difference in the middle, but it's a great feature again to have. You can just drop the power down if you're doing a bit of informal practice. Then you've got the side lever cocking, and obviously that's all quite neat. It's the way that most manufacturers are going now. It's just a nice subtle way to deal with the action. You can see there you've got a 2-stage trigger with an adjustable shoe, and that's pretty neat as well. That's a manual safety catch, so you've got that there. There is a bit of a criticism on that because obviously you can't depress that whilst you're in the aim, but I mean personally I'm of the view I very rarely have ever used a safety catch. I'd sooner safely get the shot off or clear the rifle, but yeah, you can't obviously operate that in whilst you're aiming. Moving back, as I say, you've got the buddy bottle there that creates the butt. And it's quite comfortable actually as a cheek piece in use. And then if you look to the back here, you've got rather neat adjustable butt pads. So you depress that button, spring loaded, and you can move the butt up and down. As I say, you've got a fair bit. There's about 1.5 inches of adjustment on this. In fact, sorry, a lot more than that. But obviously it only connects at a certain point. Yeah, it's about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of actual lockable adjustment. But what a nice feature. I think that's great. But yeah, as far as performance goes, you're going to get a lot of shots. Now with this, there was a bit of confusion. Obviously, the manual refers to sort of 200 bar, 207 bar, 3000 psi maximum, but the gun is actually stamped 250. Now I had to check this out with the distributors, and yeah, you can go to 250, but the recommended pressure is 200 bar. From these guns, you can expect about 160 shots, and that's obviously pretty impressive. Now on test, as far as just getting a more consistent band, I got about 100 odd shots within about 29 feet per second, or the first 80 within about 20, which is pretty damn consistent. So you've got performance for sort of whatever discipline you want to do. So yeah, pretty impressive. Accuracy wise, we'll show you the groups on here, but I've had pretty tight clusters out to sort of 40 odd yards as well. So it's a nice bit of kit. There was a couple of slight negatives I should point out. There's a very good, clever design where you've got the dual rail. You've got obviously the inner part will take sort of dovetail 11mm style mounting. The outer is Picatinny. Now on this test example, when I went to fit Picatinny, I have to say the Picatinny on the rear didn't actually fully tighten. I've gone to the 1-inch dovetail, to the dovetail inner rails, and everything's fine. That could just be this example. In addition, there was a magazine which had trouble locating into the slot. Again, the other one's absolutely fine. So you'd always get a replacement if you've got that problem. But those negatives apart, I've got to say, otherwise I love it. It's a very pointable, stylish little gun, and I say it really shot well. So we've seen the all the features inside on this Reximex Myth, and a couple of things I omitted. Obviously we've got a nice pressure gauge there, really nice and clear, shows residual pressure, and it's all in one air system, so that's the pressure of the cylinder and back bottle. But the grip, I wanted to mention that because it's just such a nice configuration, and you've got obviously effectively, it's ambidextrous technically, but I've got large hands, I'm right-handed, it just feels perfect. Got effectively a palm shelf as all part of it, and it's a lovely part of design, sort of in keeping with the rest of the rifle's layout. Magazine wise, we've got a nice slick side lever, as we said. Pull that back, it's quite easy to pull back. If you fill your magazine, we've got one here that's got some ammo in it. There's a guide slot in here. It looks a bit fiddly, but it's a little bit more fiddly than some systems, but once it's in, it's fine. And as I say, on test, I've had the levers cycled really nicely. Now we'll just show you the system first of all. Now as you can see there, you can just cock it easy with the side lever whilst it's in the shoulder, which is quite a handy feature. One more thing I wanted to show you with this, obviously you can hear it's quite loud. We'll just do another one to get the muzzle report as it is, as it comes with that. We'll just do that. They're quite loud. Now I'll just show you quickly the difference. As I say, if you're going to take this hunting, it's worth investing. You can get reasonably priced moderators. Got one here, just quickly put that on. They don't affect the power anymore. Very, very rare you'll get much of an effect on that. They used to. As you can hear, massive difference. Do one more. So it's all but killed the muzzle report there, and down range, rabbits are going to sit there and not detect that. So you've got the option there. As I say, the fact it's threaded, you can put the silencer on. It's a very versatile little gun, but yeah, I love it. That's the Reximex Myth.